What's going on, guys? Welcome back to week 10 of the Multi-Battle League. I'm not joined by Marcus today. So it's actually, as you may be able to tell by my clock, 3 hours before we're supposed to upload this. And yesterday we played for the match for the game versus Team Mythical, and I was like, Marcus, do you want to record a team builder? And he was like, I'm really busy with university at the moment, and I just don't think I have time. So I was like, yeah, totally cool. We don't have to record one, but I figured like I wasn't doing anything, and I wanted to let you guys know what we were using in case you were interested. So both videos are on my channel this week. You can see the actual battle tomorrow on my channel at 3 p.m. EST. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what we were using in case you were interested. So yeah, we'll just jump into it. So looking at the matchup, oh god, wait, where is it? Is it this? Okay, phew, got it. Looking at the matchup, they've got a lot of really like scary Pokemon. They got Cresselia and Garchomp. Nidoking, as we mentioned, versus Cyberbaz is really strong versus a lot of our Pokemon. And then they've got Chandelure, which threatens Drifblim and Bronzong pretty well. And Magnezone actually pretty threatening because of Magnet Pull is an option, and they also have Sturdy option, and you know it hits Tapu Fini for super effective and Drifblim for super effective. And yeah, even Glalie threatening in its own right because of Zygarde. So they have like a lot of really scary Pokemon. Medicham, they just have like good coverage overall offensively. So we didn't have a ton of time to build, but Marcus's input for the team building of this week was he said that he wanted to use Absol. So yeah, so yeah, he was like, yeah, I want to use Absol. So I was like, okay, we can use Absol. So looking at their team, I started running calcs, and I was like, okay, Marcus wants to use Absol, so how can I use this? So I was looking at their team, and I was like, you know, like Dark actually hits like everything for like super effective, neutral, not very effective, neutral, not very effective, super effective. So like 8 of the 10 Pokemon that they have, Absol actually hits for super effective with just its dark coverage, and you know, Rabombi's not even that bulky. So I started to run a few more calcs, and I came up with the idea of Choice Scarf Zygarde because Absol with Assurance actually, plus with 1,000 Arrows support, OHKOs almost their entire team. And Assurance obviously is a 60 base power move that doubles in power if the opponent has already taken damage. So the idea was Choice Scarf Zygarde with 1,000 Arrows hits everything on the team, and then makes Assurance, which is already Absol's like really high base attack stat, like 150 I think. So thanks to 1,000 Arrows doing prior damage and like on the same turn, Assurance's base power is 120, so it's pretty strong. So that was kind of the starting idea with the team, and then I was just looking and I was like, I don't really want to lead like with that combination because of the Medicham threat, because they can just fake out. So I was like, all right, like what could we lead? And then I don't really remember how I reached it, but I was like, yeah, we'll just go Drifblim and Fini, and then Heatran and Scrafty are the last two. So yeah, I don't really remember why. I think what I was thinking is that like we have stockpile, we have Swagger on on Tapu Fini as well. So these 3 are the left side, these 3 are the right side. That's how we always do team builders. And the idea was like Drifblim with Shadow Ball actually like threatens a good chunk of their team. Like it can hit Chandelure and Cresselia and Medicham, all for super effective, and Gorgeist too, all for super effective damage. So just, you know, do some damage early game. If we get the chance, set up some stockpiles and baton pass into Zygarde to make sure it sticks around for a little longer. And you even just baton passing a neutral +1 special defense, and neutral defense increase is fine because Zygarde, like you just want Zygarde to be spamming 1,000 Arrows. So that's the idea with that. I gave it, it doesn't need any speed to outspeed Rabombi, which is their fastest Pokemon. So I put max defense, and the special defense is for, I believe it makes +2 modest max special attack Gigavolt Havoc from Magnezone, not KO. And 20 special attack because that's what was left over. Yeah, so yeah, special defense is for Magnezone, special defense HP is for Magnezone, max defense, rusted, and special attack is that. Protect is important because they have fake out. Well, this is the first time we've actually used this kind of Tapu Fini. What I was thinking is that Nidoking is like a really big problem, and oops, come back please. Nidoking actually has the same base speed as Tapu Fini, so the idea here was max speed Fini, they're probably going to be modest, and if they aren't, you can go for Waterium Z, Hydro Pump, and just OHKO it. And also just like being able to do damage early game with Tapu Fini and Drifblim is like I think pretty good in this matchup. Like their team is they kind of have like some bulky Pokemon like Cresselia and Gorgeist and Guzzler, but the rest of their team, like they also have some pretty frail ones. Like Garchomp's actually pretty bulky, but Medicham's were really frail, Chandelure is frail, and Nidoking is frail, and Hydro Vortex plus Shadow Ball actually does KO Magnezone as long as they're not like a Assault Vest. So yeah. And then I was just going to run max special attack, but then I was like, if they're modest Choice Scarf Nidoking, like, I better make sure we live Sludge Bomb. So I just put enough HP to live modest max special attack, Sheer Force Sludge Bomb from Nidoking, if they're Choice Scarf, and put the rest in special attack. Swagger's here because, for Zygarde, honestly, if we can stockpile a couple times and then Baton Pass, we can Swagger the same turn that we get Zygarde in, so we don't even need to Dragon Dance, we can just start spamming 1,000 arrows right away. So, yeah. So, next combination, the one that we kind of started with, is Choice Scarf Zygarde, as I mentioned. This allows it to outspeed, I think this gets modest max special attack, modest max speed, timid Chandelure. Modest Choice Scarf max speed Chandelure, which also gets Ribombee, which is the fastest thing on their team. So, really not a lot to say here. Put enough speed to outspeed what I wanted, max the attack stat, and then put the rest in HP. I was thinking about using Superpower because of... Why was I thinking about using Superpower? Glalie, I think I was like, in case they bring Glalie, we'll use Superpower, but then it's either Superpower or Rock Slide, right? And then I was like, nah, we'll just use Rock Slide because that's funny. So we added Rock Slide. Yeah. Anyway, first of all, Shiny Absol is actually like... Hang on. Shiny Absol looks so cool. Let's do Absol dash Mega. I know there was a more efficient way of doing that. I just wasn't thinking about it. I really like Absol as a Pokemon. He was one of my favorites growing up, and I also really like the way Shiny Absol looks, and especially Shiny Mega-Absol. So really excited to finally use Absol. This set, not a lot of thought was put into it, honestly. The idea is Assurance because of 1,000 arrows, like I mentioned, like 1,000 arrows plus Assurance KOs. Disguise, no, Disguise, no, Disguise. And maybe, like, depending on how Disguise trained, it KOs this one. And actually, I don't know if 1,000 arrows plus Assurance gets Garchomp, but 1,000 arrows plus Ice Beam does, so yeah, it's fine. Yeah, anyway, Absol's really strong. As I said, base 150 attack is really good. I don't remember if this... I think Ribombee is actually always faster than Absol, so I think this just gets... We don't think they're bringing Ribombee, right? Like, we have double Steel type, like, and we go for a Trick Room mode pretty often, so I think, like, a pretty fast Bug Fairy type is not the play versus us. But, yeah, anyway. This speed, I think it just outspeeds base 100 Pokemon, or Garchomp. This outspeeds Garchomp with max speed, which is good. Max attack to do the most damage with Assurance, and then I was gonna run Calx, but then I was like, nah, like, we'll just put the rest in HP and it'll be okay. Absol's actually really frail, as you can see, base 16, or Mega-Absol, like with base 16 both defenses, is just not good. But we do have Psych Up on here, so if we're able to Baton Pass into Zygarde and then Swagger it, like, if there's a situation where Zygarde's using 1,000 arrows and threatens the KO on both Pokemon, we can just Psych Up and then become very, very threatening. And also because we're not boosting speed on this team, it's not going to mess up. It's not going to mess up our speed stat, and we'll always be slower than Zygarde. So yeah, that's that. And then I was like, you know, like, we don't really have a lot for, like, what happens if Zygarde goes down and Absol's still in the field, right? Like, now we only have a 60 base power stab move and then a 90 base power special move, which isn't stab. So I was like, okay, let's find another way to make Heatran. So like, let's make. I don't remember if we decided on Heatran or what, but we were like, alright, let's make Heatran faster than Absol. So, this is actually the third time we've brought Z Sunny Day Heatran. We did it versus Blue Hunnits, but Zygarde swept, and then we did it versus Cyberbaz, but we lost it to double Hidden Power Ground. So this is the third time we're trying to do it. I do really think it's a strong set. This outspeeds... In order to outspeed Ribombee, you need to go Timid anyways, so I was like, there's no point in... Like, since we don't even think they're bringing Ribombee, like, let's not even worry about it. So, this is max special attack, enough speed to outspeed the Garchomp, and then the rest in HP. So not a super complicated spread, just standard. Like, Heatran's really strong versus this team. Earth Power, Heat Wave and Sun is going to hit like 1-2 for a lot of damage. Earth Power is going to hit that boy for super effective. Heat Wave hits this whole bottom row minus Guzzlord for super effective. So like really it's just Guzzlord who don't think they're going to bring because we have Tapu Fini, and then Cresselia who really can't do that much back. And Garchomp as well, but since we have... Like, we don't think they're bringing Guzzlord, and then like we have Absol for these guys, as well as like Drifblim and, you know, like other stuff as well. So yeah, Heatran looks like pretty solid here as long as we get Z Sunny Day up, and then thanks to Z Sunny Day we're able to outspeed Absol again. So yeah, if we're able to set this up correctly, then we can just go Heat Wave Assurance, and that's going to be even stronger than 1,000 Arrows Assurance. So yes, and then the last mon, because we're not bringing like a Trick Room mode here, we're actually leaving both Zapdos and Bronzong on the bench. This is the first time, I think, yeah, this is the first time that we've left, like, so for our team, if you look at it, these 6 Pokemon are like the core, and we've always brought, I believe, 5 or 6 of them every single week. This is the first time that we're leaving 2 on the bench. But yeah, we didn't bring Zapdos, and we didn't bring Bronzong, even though like Bronzong's actually really strong here, but we didn't bring him. So yeah, I like wasn't sure what to do with Scrafty. Honestly, I was like, yeah, Scrafty. I don't know what item I want. Like I don't really know. And then I was just like, like whatever. We'll just put Assault-Vest. Low kick is actually really strong. It OHKO's Mega Glalie. Even without investment. This attack, I forget what the attack is for. It's for, it doesn't KO Garchomp. It might 2-hit KO Nidoking. I think that might be what it's for. And then boosting defense nature, and then resting special defense, whatever is left over. So yeah, knockoff is really good against Cresselia. It's good against Chandelure. Like, okay, actually, the theory of Scrafty here is that they have 1 physical attacker, 2 physical attackers, special, question mark. For physical? I don't know, it doesn't matter. So they have, like, their main physical attackers here are, Garchomp and Medicham, and their special attackers, are, like, Nidoking, Chandelure, and Magnezone are the primary ones. So, with that in mind, if we get, like, Absol plus Zygarde, I guess Absol plus Zygarde beats the whole team. There was some point where, like, Scrafty being, like, there was something with Scrafty that I thought of that was pretty cool, but I honestly can't remember what it was. What was it? It was, like, I think it was, like, Zygarde beats these guys. Oh, maybe that's what it was. Zygarde hits 1, 2, 3 for super effective, so with the Swagger, we can KO one, like, we can OHKO all 3 of them, because Zygarde's pretty weak. And then, like, the Pokemon that he doesn't KO are physical, so we can intimidate these guys. And I think I'm not sure if Ice Punch at -1 will KO, but I don't think Zygarde, but I don't think it will. So I think that was a theory there. There are other item options here that we could have thought of, but we just didn't. And we were just running out of time to build, so we put Assault-Vest on because it's just a solid item, and a lot of their Pokemon are special. And Assault-Vest is obviously a good item for Scrafty because Intimidate makes him bulkier on the physical side. So having a special boost is also good. So yeah, that's that. So that's the team. Yes, the battle is up on my channel tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this informative. We're really excited to use Absol. Finally gets this chance in the spotlight. We could have put Super Luck on here, but I put Justified because I figured most of the time we're going to be Mega anyway. So it's like only in this situation where we switch in on a Dark type attack that it actually matters. So yeah. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to leave a like. Actually, you can do it. I don't really care. You guys can do what you want. But if you want to leave a like, that's cool too. And yeah. Battle up on my channel tomorrow with Marcus. I'll give you a spoiler. Since we've already played, there may or may not have been another ridiculous technical issue with technology, which I don't know how we always mess everything up. The battle was recorded correctly. Everything is recorded, so yeah, it's just like we're just ridiculous. So yeah, look forward to that. It should be funny. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. See you tomorrow for the battle, and peace.